You shouldn't be having to spend money every day. What are you spending money on? Outlay. I mean, of course, if you probably got an Uber work, then that's a different story. But what do you possibly need to buy every single day?
Listen, these are some things that I did to cut back on spending in 2026. Turn that cable off. I know me, I'm used to cable. I grew up with cable. But just stream them networks or get you a Fire Stick. Xfinity is too high. Cancel them car wash subscriptions. You don't even.
I'm seeing the wonderful sentiment of unfortunately budgeting is not an option. I just need to make more money resurface again. And I just want to tell you that, like, if you cannot budget $50,000, not because you live in an area or you're in a situation where the $50,000 just like impossibly will not cover your bare necessities, but because you do not budget and you cannot budget and you refuse to budget, then once you double that income or even triple that income or quadruple that income, you're still not going to have enough money.
Have you noticed something happening recently that is not adding up? I see now these days everybody complaining that there is no money, money's tight. But you see concert tickets getting sold out. Look at Coachella, it's sold out. You see restaurants packed, people full, eating in restaurants. You see a lot of events happening, people buying luxury stuff, people buying luxury cars, people buying luxury things, bags, shoes. You see a lot of people buying good stuff. And people still keep complaining that things are not adding up, they don't have enough money. I just see here that there is something not adding up in this particular situation. Because how can you tell me that money is tight and then here you are paying for Coachella? Here you are buying tickets for concerts. Here you are buying expensive stuff, paying for bills, buying cars that you have a car note on, and all this stuff. I've been on the internet recently and seen a lot of different people talking about money being tight. And we need to look into this situation because it looks like everybody's saying the recession is up and there's no money circulation. But how are we able to afford the things we've been able to buy? Like all the subscriptions, all the things that we're able to acquire. How are we getting these things and we keep saying money is tight? We're living from paycheck to paycheck. Let's dive into these videos and try to understand and unravel exactly what's going on in this situation. Let's dive in.
I'm seeing the wonderful sentiment of unfortunately budgeting is not an option. I just need to make more money resurface again. And I just want to tell you that, like, if you cannot budget $50,000, not because you live in an area or you're in a situation where the $50,000 just like impossibly will not cover your bare necessities, but because you do not budget and you cannot budget and you refuse to budget, then once you double that income or even triple that income or quadruple that income, you're still not going to have enough money. You're not going to have enough money because if it's a spending problem,
It is a big spending problem. She says, unfortunately, budgeting is not an option. I just need to make more money. So if you make more money, you get to spend more money. And when you spend more money, you need to make more money. So it's going to be a circle. Like you have to keep making more money to be able to reach that level. And you're never going to get to that level. I'm sorry. You're just never going to get there because you're always spending beyond your means.
you're not going to have enough money because if it's a spending problem, the spending problem will expand to fill the space that you give it. Like, it's a common thing for people who make six figures or, you know, multiple six figures to be like, I am living paycheck to paycheck. Like, that's a situation that happens and is not like, I wouldn't say it's like 90% of people who make a ton of money, but it's a notable chunk of people who make a lot of money. Enough that, like, when you read a book about finances, they always talk about it. They're like, hey, lots of people make six figures, make multiple six figures, and are still like one problem away from total financial destruction. So
Just like an instance would be like a nurse. Like we have nurses. Most nurses live paycheck to paycheck. We're saying nurses are mostly paid well. According to statistics, it shows that nurses are well paid in America. Okay, but they're still living from paycheck to paycheck. So what is the deal in this situation? If anybody knows in the comment section, please share. Would love to understand what the deal is with nurses getting paid and still living paycheck to paycheck. Because these nurses are miserable. This is the thing. It's like a snowball. It's like a snowball. They make the money, they get something new, they commit to something higher than what they used to commit to, and now they can't even afford what they got themselves into now. Now they're getting high. The more they get, the more they spend. The more they get, the more they spend. So that's the situation right now. So if you think it's something else in the comment section, please let me know, because I'm not a nurse, but you might know a nurse and you might be a nurse and be able to explain this better to us. Maybe we're just stuck in nonsense.
Should be aiming for is enough money to pay someone else to manage your money and keep it away from you so that you only have access to exactly what you can spend. So that's what you should aim for.
Yeah, some people will think 6 to 8% is nonsense. Some people would say, well, 6 to 8% is not a lot of profit, you know, in a whole year. But come to think of it, $4,000 to 6%, 8%, do the calculation, do the maths. It's still something. It's way better than you blowing it off, you know, or put it in a savings account where you can actually get to it, even though inflation is going to get to it before you get to it. But at least you know you have your money secure. And you can actually put it in like high yield savings accounts and you can also put it in some accounts where you don't have to touch it for like 6 months and then there's some interest grow on it. You know, all these things are possible. Just there's so much information out there on social media, everywhere, on YouTube, everywhere about financial literacy. So this is what we need right now. We need financial literacy because most of us are not financially literate enough. You know, my bank actually was the one that actually helped me learn more about financial literacy. Thanks, bank. You know, they put me through and let me know, oh, you need to go through this course so you can actually learn a little more. And I thought I knew what I knew, but I knew nothing, honestly. So I had to go and learn. They sent me to a link through Khan Academy. Khan Academy was the link I was sent to. So I went in there, I did a financial literacy course with Khan Academy, and I was able, I'm not sponsoring Khan Academy here on this show. And they were able to help me out with learning about how to spend my money. And that's how I was able to, buy stocks and do all these things with my money instead of having my money sit in a savings account where inflation gets to it before I get to it. That kind of thing.
Go to Target and spend $600 and then I could take it all home and regret all of it,
Then return it.
but I don't.
Okay.
So then I just am negative $600 for going to Target.
And how much is this loan that you took out that he doesn't know?
$6,000.
$6,000. Almost what you bring in after taxes and everything on a monthly basis. Immediately, a month has to go to that. How much was this vacation? You took out $6,000?
No, the vacation was $4,000.
What kind of lifestyle are you guys living?
Champagne taste on a beer budget. It seems like we kind of spend when we want to spend.
What goals do we have for you guys, for the kids? Where are we trying to be? Looking 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, 20 years.
I don't think they're thinking about that right now. They're just living life. They're just having fun. It's a good time. Titleist, what's that called? The hat he has on. He's a golfer. That's the life. They're just living the life right now. They don't care. I don't think they care about tomorrow. They might actually leave bills for their kids. They might actually leave like credits for their kids at the end of the day. But I'm glad they had this show because this guy talks about financial literacy and he helps people with finances and all that kind of stuff. So I think they're in a good place.
Down the road, what are we trying to do? Because right now we're just living for fun in the moment. What are we trying to do?
They don't even know what they're trying to do. They're just trying to leave out the moment. American dream. They're trying to live the American dream and have all the fun they can. That's all. That's all it is.
Listen, these are some things that I did to cut back on spending in 2026. Turn that cable off. I know me, I'm used to cable. I grew up with cable. But just stream them networks or get you a Fire Stick. Xfinity is too high. Cancel them car wash subscriptions. You don't even run your car through the car wash that much. They was charging me for 3 cars. 3 cars every month. This is a hard one, and y'all may not agree, but I had to stop getting my eyebrows waxed. Every time I was going to get my eyebrows waxed, I felt like they was getting thinner and thinner. The minute I stopped and they grew back and I started arching them myself, it was coming out perfectly, the shape that I needed and the shape that I wanted. It was costing me $30 every time I got my eyebrows done. Stop going to get my eyebrows done.
You know, all this things she's talking about, you'll be like, some of us will be like, why? Why should I stop all these things? But you don't have to stop all of it, but you just have to cut down on some of it. We know the recession is high right now and it's really happening. It's, knocking on everybody's doors now, but you can still cut down on some lavishness. Get it? Cut down on some lavishness.
Ooh, this a hard one too. Ooh. Stop eating out often. When I say often, I mean limit yourself between 2 to 3 times a week. Other than that, you need to cook. Go to the grocery store, get food. It'll save you money in the long run. If this ain't it right here, this is the one. Take that power bill off that flat rate. Once y'all see the usage that y'all actually are using versus what they're charging you for the flat rate, you will see a major difference in the extra money that they are getting out of you every month. Take that bill off a flat rate. Don't be scared.
Honestly, she's really honest about this one. I like that one. Like, even me right now, I'm being charged way more than I used to be charged before. And I've been confused for a while. But this is actually a lesson for me. I'm actually learning from her. So I'm getting it cut out. I'm cutting off it's called average billing. The monthly average billing nonsense. That thing is not real because right now I'm paying way more than I used to pay. Because I had to go back like 2 years, check all my bills per month, how much I pay for electricity. And I just realized that I'm being cheated on by the company. They're actually screwing me over by making me pay more, telling me, oh, it's an average. Average meaning I am paying an average and I don't have to worry about what my bill will be at the long run. But which is wrong. Now it's a problem for me because it's way more than I'm supposed to be paying. It's like times two of what I'm supposed to be paying. So I agree with that last one, like big time. I agree with everything she said, but mostly with the last one.
Spend money every day. What are you spending money on? I'll wait. I mean, of course, if you probably got an Uber work, then that's a different story. But what do you possibly need to buy every single day? I seen another creator get on here and talk about that. What could you possibly need to get every single day? Why are you spending money every single day? Even if it's $20. 20 times 5, that's 100. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I had to double check my math. Don't look at me like that.
You're addicted to fast food, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and impulse spending. And until you come to terms with that, you are not going to be able to start fresh and start working towards your goals.
All right. I've been meaning to make this video for a long time now.
It says Americans can afford whatever they choose. Americans have a spending problem. That's it. Final. Americans have a spending problem.
All right, so check me out. I don't really too much care anymore to hear about any type of money problems, wage problems Americans are having. I'm on this van. I have nowhere to sit. Look at this. Packages. America does not have a wage problem. America just lacks discipline. We're being paid enough. Like we have the money. We have this is every day. Like, this is disgusting. The same way they did that documentary in the early 2000s on Super Size Me, on people eating too much. You know what I'm saying? They needed to go back and do another study for this generation. All this is new. Online shopping, people come to your door. All this is new. They need to do a new study. I just wanted to let y'all just constantly see this. They need to do a new study all over again. They need to study Americans' spending habits and online shopping habits. Because this can't be healthy. The same way the man.
This is crazy. Honestly, this is really crazy. A lot of Americans spend a lot of money buying things they don't even need. Like, we buy things we don't need. We just think, oh, this is nice. I'll get it. And then we buy like maybe 3 different designs of the same thing, 3 different colors of the same thing. It's like a consumerism problem. We have a consumerism problem. So we consume so much. Now, look at the landfills. They're talking about recycling things, reusing, recycling. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be tough for Americans to do reuse, recycle, and rebuild. Like, it's not gonna happen because How much do we get to recycle when we get to buy so much more than we're recycling? We're not recycling stuff, we're just wasting stuff. Look at that. All those packages in one day. It could be maybe 2 streets, these 3 streets, or maybe more streets, but too many people buy too many nonsense on a daily basis. And now China has actually seen the spending habits of Americans, and they even have factories in America producing this nonsense and selling it at a cheaper rate for us. They're selling it to us at cheaper rates, and at the end of the day, they're even shipping it for free. You can buy something for like $5 and you get it free shipping because they know you're gonna want it, even if it's trash. So what's going on? Please help me in the comment section. This is my opinion. Your opinion is valid on this channel. Just let me know what you think in the comment section. This is crazy.
I realize, okay, the way people are eating, that can't be healthy. This cannot be healthy. Like it's not. It's almost a mental disorder, like a compulsive disorder. You know what I'm saying? Because this just doesn't make any sense. Nobody should have to work like this. These type of conditions. Like people have the money. Like, no, stop talking about millennials. This can't afford houses. We can buy houses. I promise. Everybody has the money. The money is there. It's being made. We don't do right with money. Like this job, I've been doing this for a year now. People have the money. This is why employers not paying us more. Like we have the money. The money's there. This is the money.
Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Like, what are we doing with our money in America? There's this consumerism problem going on in America now, and we're not realizing it. We're thinking it's just it's a normal thing. This is the American dream. We can buy whatever we want, we can do whatever we like. There's a lot of varieties out there. Everybody wants to buy the variety. Honestly, everybody wants variety, everybody wants different designs, everybody wants to, spend lavishly. You know, they're trying to copy the Joneses. They're like trying to be like the Joneses. They're trying to be like their neighbors, trying to buy things they can't afford, trying to show off and trying to be the person they are not, all in the name of trying to spend. And, at the end of the day, we're complaining that we're living from paycheck to paycheck in America. How is this happening? Some of it is from the spending habits that we have, this consumerism problem that we have, this compulsive spending that we have. So all this is coming from that angle. So we need to get that checked. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say. This is crazy. Please help me in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Your opinion is your opinion. My opinion is my opinion.